Hey guys, what's up? This is Cycle, and welcome back to How to Let's Play Path of Exile. We're in Standard League. We're gonna go through this. I was recently looking at Reddit, and I realized that I spelt Mathil's name wrong, and I'm embarrassed about that. We're gonna go back to the Blackwood. I'm actually have to change in all the video descriptions now too. So yeah, we're gonna go find the spider forest that I talked about last time. I just recently started a new series. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about series, but you probably saw it if you looked at the well, anything on my page. And we're gonna start rushing hardcore. This is the wrong way. Which is pretty cool, and I'm gonna try to not confuse the two, because not only have I never really done a Let's Play series before, but I've definitely not done two of them at the same time. So it's a juxtaposition for me, because it's between I want this series to be for people who may not even be totally familiar with video games in general, so you can look at it and be like, you know, it explains everything that you might need. But the other one is for maybe people who are a little bit more experienced and like, well, let's see what happens when you run from from the very beginning to the end as fast as possible. Not as fast as possible, but you know what I mean, like semi-casually. Anyways, so here we are. We're in a creepy, spooky spidery thing. Flicker striking spiders are one kind, so they'll, you know, kind of teleport to you. And the other kind of spider is the kind that drops down, as you saw up there, and those ones use Viper Strike. Storm Call leveling up, getting the damage. And the ones that use Viper Strike, you can see I got poisoned, so that means I take chaos damage over time. Grab the Arc Shrine. So now we have a spell called Arc jumping off of us all the time. You can see it there, how it works. Arc is a fantastic gem. If you're new to the game and you want to do a build, I definitely would recommend Arc. Because Arc, if you just click anywhere, it'll hit the nearest enemy to you in range. And it also chains, which means it jumps from one enemy to the next. And there's a limit, and the limit will increase depending on the level of Arc. But it's pretty cool. Very strong skill. Very good. And we got it for a temporary bit. 18 more seconds for a shrine. Put this and level up clarity. And moving forward. ID these boots. Move speed, energy shield, rarity, life. But I have move speed. That's what I care about. Scroll wisdom. Actually, we're in standard. Oh yeah, no, never mind. I was gonna say we're in standard. We don't need to pick up scroll wisdoms, but I'm trying to keep the currency for this character separate, for the most part, from my standard currency. And in that regard, I'm also trying to keep my stash from getting more cluttered. So in the spider cave, the Weaver's Chambers, that's the name of the place. In order to find where the boss is, you kind of just got to look around, and it's there's not too much of a pattern here. It says it have some life regen. We're just gonna keep killing guys. Power Siphon? I'm not going to be using it. Orbital Alteration? I might. Picking up things. I'm now looking for upgrades to my gear. Oh, Stone Hammer we definitely want. There is a recipe in the game where you sell a 20% quality stone hammer and a map, and you will get a chisel. And I haven't talked about really any of these things yet. What is a map? What is a chisel and stuff? But we will when it becomes more relevant. But for now, we are just going to go ahead and pick up the stone hammer. Katarina wants us to kill 2 corrupted monsters. We're going to go away from the way she's pointing. She's just pointing to the 2 closest ones. Yeah. But she doesn't know what close is. Like, she's just relative to her. Like, she doesn't take into account the walls. and the distance for walls, I believe. So I'm just gonna keep going this way. Yeah, so these ones are not too far from where she was. Boulder, boulder. And we're getting close to a level up. Oh no! I was gonna say, I'm just rushing into all these things. I'm probably gonna die. Oh, there's an no, not an exile. It's the, I was gonna say it's an exile because you can see the name at the top is, has that unique monster name. But no, it's from Katarina's thing. We're just gonna go ahead and bring them close to her. Wow, they hurt me. Oh yeah, we do have to bring them back. There we go. Sweet. Whenever you're leading corpses back to Katarina, it's always almost always easier. You know what? It actually almost. Let me try that again. Whenever you're leading corpses back to Katarina, it's always easier to lead them back. Oops. By it's always easier to lead them back by keeping them aggroed first, like while they're enemies. I know he's gonna spawn up there. My trap's down. Haha. So here's the Weaver. Oh, the level up just before I died. I was just quickly checking the level of the area. I'm currently level 20, and the area is level 20, so everything is going fine. I'm staying very careful to keep kind of moving around, because if you move his attacks, you can physically dodge them with your guy just by walking out of the way. Fire trap is a fantastic skill. I enjoy Storm Call too. Look at that. Got a spike. We're gonna grab these life flask as well. Little spider dudes keep popping out. I don't really care about them. Just gonna walk away. Forest encampment. We are now done with the left side, more or less, before it becomes the north side. North side. Sell. And we can now use this flask instead of this one. And we will also sell this flask. And here we are in number 20 for us. And I'm just going to go ahead and move some of this stuff around to the way that I like it to be. Good. Here's the currency left over, so we're just going to go ahead and move some of this. Consolidate, you know. Even though we could leave it here and save space, which we will do for the other items, the currency I want to keep in one spot. So I can keep an eye and know how much I actually have. Leave that there, put that there. And we'll put this in here too, to not save too much stuff. And put that there. So we're essentially done with the left side. Oh yeah, now we're going to get more cast speed. Actually, we're going to grab this elemental damage first because it's larger. 111 becomes 115.
Hello.
So you can see we finished this, and this. We have to go there yet, but we can't because we need another quest. So we're going to go to the old fields, and we'll run up to Crossroads. There is a zone in here called the Den, and the Den is I don't know why I'm running past all these guys. I'm not trying to rush the game with this playthrough. This is a level 16 zone, and we're level 20. We don't need to kill every single guy. What was I saying? There's a zone called the Den, and it's a side quest, and you get a little reward for it. The reward is different for each league. One of them is a belt, and it's nice to have. But for this playthrough, we're actually gonna walk on by it, because well, I was gonna say for the interest of time, but we're gonna go ahead and do it because that's what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be a casual playthrough. So you can see I'm following the road, and if I were following the road, I'm gonna kill this nice guy. Look at the baby rocks. Everyone wants the baby rocks. They will eventually become a pet, unless they made a teaser video for no reason. Stone hammer, another one of those hammers that we want to save. If we just keep following the road, we will eventually lead to the next destination, which is the Crossroads. But but we're gonna go find the den. You can see here the Great War Beast optional travel to the den. And if you were to look here, the den, located in the old fields, but they don't know where, and I don't either because it's randomly generated. So we'll run around. If anybody knows of a actual pattern and a way to find the den, that would be really cool to know. Of course, I just found it by luck, but there it is, the den. So we're gonna go and kill the Great White Beast, and then we're going to call it an episode. Keep it pretty brief, pretty short. These blue monsters you can see are curse immune, and that just means they are not affected by curses. And curses are a spell cast that has an area of effect, and anything that gets hit by this area of effect of the spell gets a debuff, and each of the debuffs do different things depending on the curse. For example, there's a curse called Conductivity, which makes things lose lightning resistance. Monsters can cast it on players if they can, you know, if they're the kind that would cast it, and players can cast it on monsters. So if we try to cast it on something that is immune to curses, of course, it does nothing, but the rest of the monsters we could be doing it. Conductivity would reduce their lightning resistance, and Stormcall would do more damage, for example. There's also a curse called Temporal Chains, which slows guys down. Quite a lot, actually. Very slow. Stalag Nightmare. It's a nice name for a monster that I would probably never read otherwise. What are these guys called? Cave Beasts. We go from Stalag Nightmare to Cave Beast. The juxtaposition. Here we have a Chromatico. Oh, this storm call is rewarding. Yes. Kill. And run. And kill. And it's great because the more cast speed that we collect, the more storm calls will go down before they all go off. And then later on, we're actually going to use a support gem called Reduced Duration, and that means that the storm calls will come down sooner, so it becomes closer to instantaneous, which is fantastic because it's actually quite a strong spell, especially for being an AOE. And when you consider that, okay, for example, like Lightning Tendrils is doing 190 DPS, so if I just sit there and hold it, it's 190. You can see how fast it kills guys. Whereas Stormcall is doing 115 damage, and it's all at once after the timer's up, right? It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.5. Oh, 11% quality. So it's a lot. That's why everything dies like right away after it goes off. It's pretty strong. Mana Flask. Again, I'm not going to pick up these quality other items. So I'm looking at the recovers mana amount to see which one's better. It's obviously the new one. You saw there that when I opened... Oh, here's the boss. Oh, I can't talk about anything else. Look at this. Look at this combo. Fire traps, and then that thing, and then this thing. He's dead. And this is one of the coolest places in the game where after you kill the boss, instead of walking all the way back to the beginning, there's another secret exit that is a one-way exit and brings us out to the old fields. We're actually really close to the crossroads. I was going to just teleport out, but we're going to go ahead and run to the waypoint. In the crossroads, and then go to town. So you could have saw there at the strongbox, I got cursed because it was whoever opens it is cursed by a random curse, and the curse was actually silence, which means you can't cast spells. It's really interesting to me that it only exists really like whenever it applies randomly, like no monster just curses you with silence all the time. But maybe in Act 4 we will see that happen, and that'd be pretty cool. Because I'd like to see something to play around, and also give melee characters a little bit more of an edge, because they don't have enough of an edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just doing a quick read. We're looking for stuff with spell damage or plus gems, and that's one-handed. We could use this for life and resistance and toss this, but we're cool.
Lolol.
We haven't died. We're not in any danger. So we'll go ahead and sell those. Get those nice items. Deposit them here. And we're going to keep the quality flask there and this here. And, well, that's it for this episode. Oh, no, it's not. We're going to go talk to her and get our reward. We're going to take this life belt. And we're going to see what we got. 30 life and 9 lightning resistance versus 39 life without any resistances. I'm actually going to take the new one because resistances are amazing, but we're going to keep this down here. Alright, so once again, my name is Cycle. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Also subscribe, because I think I should say that at every video. Yeah!